so much for coming tonight. It's really splendid of you to have given up your Saturday night on 9/11. I want to thank those people that have made this possible. Father Michael Kiernan of the Cathedral giving us the location. And we got roses from the World Peace Rose Garden. And we thank T.J. David and Diana Martinez for that, and Sylvia Lopez. We are gifted in this community with a great deal of diversity, wonderful diversity. You'll see some of that diversity tonight. Talk to the people in the crowd who have come. And you'll find the faith traditions are as diverse as the world in Sacramento. 9 years ago, we were all here in this cathedral at the time of 9/11, trying to make sense of what had happened to America. And Muslims and Christians and Jews and people of other faiths, Scientologists, Latter-day Saints, were all here in this cathedral and speaking and trying to give hope and meaning and comfort to the American people. This cathedral has stood for peace for a very long time. As people of faith, we know that it can be anyone's turn to be hit upon. And in Sacramento, we have stood side by side with our faith communities anytime there's been an attack on a Jewish synagogue, a burning, a defacement, a mark on a Muslim mosque. We've been there and stood there. We didn't want to just do talking heads tonight, though. We are very interested in sending images of what America is really about around the world. An image is very, very powerful. We didn't want the image to be that of burning Qurans, leaving America and going to Pakistan and Afghanistan, where our troops are serving in harm's way. We wanted to send the kind of images that we really believe in as Americans: freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and most of all, respect for each other's traditions. The three Abrahamic traditions have greeted themselves and each other for a very long time by saying some very important words. From the Jewish tradition, shalom means peace be with you, peace be upon you. From the Muslim tradition, salam alaikum, peace be upon you. And from the Christian tradition, we have adopted the shalom. And these days, we are saying more and more frequently, salam alaikum, peace be upon you. When you place a rose, that's what you are saying. Out of the great diversity in Sacramento, we know that the way forward is to respect each other and to care about each other's holy books and to ask each community to seek peace. So that's what we're doing tonight. I want to say that the Muslim community in Sacramento is exemplary. I know most of the Muslims that are in Sacramento because I've been in Sacramento some 10 years working with the Interfaith Service Bureau, and I can tell you that their contributions are legendary. They're always there when you need them. They support us financially. They care about Sacramento. They're in our government, they're in our doctors, they are our lawyers, they are our accountants, they are my own personal friends, and I know they are the friends of many of you. We cannot let this wonderful community be harmed. We need to affirm it. And so when you place your rose on the Quran, which has never been done before as far as I know, when the doves are released, we're going to send some symbols. And I'm going to ask this to be started off out of the Jewish tradition by Bob Dresser, who has been either chair or former chair over the last 3 decades of JCRC, which is the Jewish Community Relations Council. Bob, would you come and read the famous passage which is placed in front of the United Nations out of the Jewish tradition? Bob.
Thank you, Reverend Thompson. I think that means I'm old. From the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
And Father Anthony, I'd ask you to come forward. These 2 messages are directed at Pastor Terry in Florida. We want him to hear the tradition as it is. about peace on earth. And this is from the Christian tradition, the Beatitudes of Jesus, which start off, blessed are, and we have the version, happy. Father Anthony from St. Francis.
Jesus is speaking as recorded in the Gospel of Matthew, the 5th chapter, reading at the 3rd verse. Happy the gentle, they shall have the earth for their heritage. Happy the merciful, they shall have mercy shown them. Happy the peacemakers, they shall be called sons and daughters of God.
Thank you, Father. Now we're coming to the release of the doves. The doves have to fly home before it's dark, and in order to get there safely, so we're very solicitous of their welfare and are very appreciative that they've been given to us tonight by gift of the Parkside Community Church and the gift of their pastor, Susan Hamilton. So, why are we releasing peace doves? For peace between world religions. What I want you to do is when the doves are released, I want you to say, peace be upon you, and I would prefer you to say, Salam Alaikum. Practice that for me. Salam Alaikum. When they are released, that's what you say. All right.
Salam Alaikum. That's right.
Now we come to the blessing of the Quran. We're going to let the words of the Quran bless the Quran. And we're going to...
Wajika Khalsa, Wajiki Fateh. I am Darshan Singh Mundi with the Sikh community of Sacramento and the board member of Interfaith Bureau of
Scholes
Sacramento.
with the California Council of Churches. Salam alaikum.
I'm a member of the Sacramento Baha'i community, and my name is Joan Barden.
And now it's your turn. If you are committed to seeing a better world, beginning it here with you personally in your heart, if you want to make that kind of commitment, then extend the blessing of peace to your strangers, your loved ones, and give them the respect that will clear up the problem worldwide. We begin that tonight.
Let there be peace, and let it begin with me.
Let there be peace, and let it begin with me.
Let there be peace, may it begin with me.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with us.
Good synchronicity.
Let there be peace for all beings on earth, and let it begin with me.
Yeah.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.